guys, it is Kara with the bag holder as well as today's living, as if you didn't already know that. We are getting ready to make our pumpkin cupcakes with cream cheese icing, and I thought I would show you how easy this is, one, and two, just give you a heads up on the ingredients, but I bet you have most of it here. The only thing you may not have is the canned pumpkin, so keep that in stock at all times. It's so inexpensive. What we've got is we've got salt, vanilla, baking soda, baking powder, pumpkin pie spice and cinnamon, 4 eggs, the can of pumpkin, 1 can. We've got regular white sugar as well as flour and butter. And then you can see I'm going to show you to do the icing. It is a cream cheese icing. We've got orange juice, we've got cream cheese, and I have a whip just to make it faster. Butter, we're not going to use all this. Powdered sugar, and then we're also going to use the vanilla for this as well. And that is it. That is all we need to do these pumpkin cupcakes. So stay tuned and see what we're going to do next. All right, guys, here we go. We've got our bag holder with our bag. Again, you know I use the bag holder because it turns any gallon bag into a bowl, which minimizes my cleanup, allows me to store, and minimizes the steps that it takes for me to put any meal together. Now, I've got this. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to add my wet ingredients. So we're going to add the 1 can of pie, pumpkin pie. It's actually just pureed pumpkin. I don't mean pumpkin pie, so please forgive me. There is a difference, and it will be a shocker. So we'll get all of that out. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to crack our eggs. We've got 4 eggs. And you know me, I keep a trash bag right next to me. Trash can, there you go, you can hear it. Just so that I can, ooh, that one was huge, and these are much smaller. What a little trick. But that way I can minimize the mess that I have to clean up as well. So we've got 4 eggs, we've got 1 can of pumpkin, pureed pumpkin. We're going to do 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. That's a little over. Nah, you can never have enough cinnamon, right? And then we are going to do 3 teaspoons of pumpkin pie seasoning. This is pumpkin pie mix, just like that. 3 teaspoons is also a tablespoon, as if you did not know that already, I'm sure. But in the event, I'm minimizing my steps instead of just doing, all right, come on, you little bugger. There, ooh, that poured out like nobody's business. Okay, we have a teaspoon of baking soda. This you want to make sure you level. You could end up with some blown up cupcakes. And we're going to do 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Great thing is I can just level it right off of this container. Perfect. We're going to do a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of vanilla, and then we'll get with the butter. There. And let's do the vanilla. And again, this is a teaspoon. I love it when I can just get 1 or 2 dishes dirty. It makes baking so much more enjoyable. We are going to add the butter. Now, normally, I know you're looking at this like, OMG. Normally, I melt it in the bag, which I always do, but guess what? I forgot, while I was setting up for this, I forgot to melt the butter first and then add the ingredients, which now I had to melt it in a bowl. So bah humbug, crud muffins for sure. I have had to get a dirty bowl. Blah. Makes me so gosh darn it mad. Here we go. We shall get over this quickly as soon as we start smelling the pumpkin cupcakes. Here we go. We've got 2 cups of flour. The beauty, you know I store everything in a bag. And it's so easy. You never see it flying around. It never gets anywhere. And I can just level it right off of the side of the bag. Done. Now we're going to do 2 cups of sugar, 2. We got 2 and 2. Isn't this easy? Not nearly as complicated as I'm sure you're all thinking. All right, we cannot do too little sugar. We got to make sure that we got the full 2 cups. And in case I didn't say it, that was 3/4 cups of melted, extremely softened, not quite melted, butter. Now guess what? All of my ingredients are here. So we're going to take this out, seal it up. Take out some of the air, as you know, just so that we can mix it easier. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh, I have to tell you while I'm on here, I have to tell you the funniest thing. So I was looking through a catalog today, Lily & Vernon, and guess what? It had a batter dispenser, like this is batter, and it had a dispenser that you pay $18 for. Do you hear me? $18 to be able to pour this batter into that batter dispenser so you can put the mix into cupcakes easy without making a mess. And I'm looking at it going, you've got to be kidding me. So not only, and look how nicely this is mixing up. Do you see this? Do you see this? It's not complicated. We haven't edited it. I'm not doing it a minute. And I could always set it here. I could seal up my bag. I could start putting my stuff up. I have literally no mess except for that dumb bowl that I had to melt my butter. But anyway, so it's called the batter dispenser. It's in Lily & Vernon, and I just had a fit because I'm looking at it going, oh my gosh, the bag holder does let you do all of this. Not only can I make the mix here, not only am I going to snip the tip and put it in the cupcake holder, I can store it, I can pour leftovers, I can crack an egg on it. It just minimizes the steps. And I'm looking at it going, okay, Lily & Vernon, you have got to have the bag holder in your catalog. All right, that's done. So let's get the cupcake pans and we are ready to rock. All right, I'm going to show you how to use the bag as a piping bag. Up close and personal. You can leave a little air in it if you want. It does get a little easier to maneuver as it empties out. Basically what you have to do is you're going to pull one end together like this. So it already starts to look like a piping bag. Then you need to get your scissors and you're basically just going to snip the tip. And it'll start to come out immediately. See that? Now mind you, I did this by hand. There's no lumps because my hands are strong enough. You're going to fill your cupcake liner 2/3 full. You see as you cross over, you just lift the bag and then squirt again. This is a very, very full bag. But this, I'm going to do the same thing with the icing. I'm going to make the icing right in here. And see how easy this is? Just fill, 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 2/3 full, any type of batter. This is great for pancake mix too, if you want to just do a little, because what you're going to do is, let's say you've got your pancake mix and you still have batter left. Basically, just sit the bag, let's say I'm going to sit on the counter, just sit it just like that. A little bit will ooze out for a split second, but not a big deal. And then when you're ready to do the next pancake, you grab it just like this and get ready to pipe it again. Or put it onto the pans. You see how fast and easy this is with no mess at all. And you can see by the batter that it is all mixed well. I did not add any mixing. When I said it was ready to go, it was ready to go. And isn't this perfect? This is so easy, and I know this is kind of time consuming, so go ahead and fast forward if you don't want to see me doing it anymore. But I do want to show you how easy it is to use the bag holder with this mix as a piping dispenser. Perfect example here. I need to add more pans. I didn't think I'd have enough, but I do. So I'm going to flip that, flip it upright, and I'm going to add some more cupcake liners. Okay, we're going to pop the bag back on the holder because the beauty is, again, we're going to turn this into a bowl while we mix it, and then I'm going to turn it into a piping bag when I snip and tip it. This time I'm smart enough and I remember, go ahead and add my butter, and we're going to pop this right in the microwave. All right, I've got my melted butter, and I actually added my little tray just so you could see where the bag holder starts and the cabinet ends, because somehow, as you can tell, I must like blue. We've got our melted butter. It's actually just a smidge over 3 tablespoons. You can be precise. I like butter, so I added a smidge more. Now we're going to do 8 ounces of softened cream cheese. This is a whipped cream cheese, so it's perfect. I didn't have to sit it out. I'm using the tablespoon basically to measure everything. Let me tap that out. Then we're going to do a tablespoon, or I'm sorry, a half a tablespoon of vanilla. This is just a cream cheese icing. We are going to do 2 tablespoons of orange juice. 2 tablespoons. 1, 2. Count with me, count with me. Count Dracula. Okay. Now we're going to do 4 cups of powdered sugar. Oh, yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about. So we're gonna do 4 cups of powdered sugar. Again, you can see how easy it is to measure things out of a bag. That's 2, woo! Do 2 more. Try not to plop it there as much. Let's see what we get. That's probably a little too much. And that looks good. This time I won't plop it quite so much. And that's good. Now you can see how easy this is. All I have to do is zip this up, pop lids on these other containers, and my area is clean. We are finished, and now we're gonna start mixing. So of course we're gonna take the bag right out of the holder and start mixing it up. And we'll just mix it. The beauty is, because this icing, as with any icing, if we were using a bowl, is going to take a little bit longer than the batter because it's thicker and you've got to mix it. So the beauty of this, doing it right in this bag, is that I can walk around, I can answer the phone, I can actually sit there, type on my phone if I want to, while I'm still mixing and getting this kind of jumbled up. And that's the beauty. Now this may be one of those recipes, and I've done it a couple times and it works perfectly, but I may need to add a little smidge of orange juice or a little smidge of milk if it doesn't thicken up. But actually you can see, I'm gonna take this, I'll let you see, it's already starting to be consistent and mix really, really nicely. So we will continue to do this and see you in a minute. All right, our batter, or I'm sorry, our icing is ready to go. You can see I've just kind of pushed it out here. I'm waiting because I do want it to get room temperature so that it's easier to top the cupcakes with. I'm leaving this out, my orange juice. I've cleaned everything else up, and I really want to show you how my kitchen looks because literally there's like a minute in between I start, stop, start, stop. I don't have time, and I swear that I'm not like redesigning my kitchen so that it looks good. But I've got this. Of course, I did everything in the bag holder as I do as much as I possibly can. I'm leaving the orange juice in case I need to thin this out a little bit. And I just wanted to show you, these are my dishes. That's it. Boom. And this I can wash and reuse. The other one I can't because I used it as a piping bag. But this is it. These are all the dishes I have. And as you can see, in less than 60 seconds, I'm going to take you a little around my kitchen area. In less than 60 seconds, every counter is clean, and I'm not kidding. There is nothing. Even my sink is spotless except for the little group that I put in just a minute ago. But that is how your kitchen will look and stay when you use bags instead of bowls. Basically, again, the bag holder turns any gallon bag into a bowl, but the design of it eliminates all the mess, the chaos, and your cleanup is done in seconds. So we'll wait for the cupcakes to pop out, and we will ice them with our snip the tip method. I want to show you how tasty these look. They are turning out perfectly. Just wanted to pop in and show you where we were. Okay, they are completely finished, and OMG, as you can see, I had to eat a couple of them to be sure that it's quality check. Now what we're going to do is we've got our piping bag of our icing. We're going to snip the tip just like this. Just grab the piece of plastic and we're going to throw it away. Now what we are going to do is put the icing easily in the center of our cupcakes. And do you see how easy this is? This doesn't take any fancy schmancy tools, does not take any time whatsoever. I don't need knives, I don't need to get it all over my hands. This is going to be delicious. Now, if I wanted it thinner, I'd cut a smaller hole. If I wanted it thicker, I'd cut a bigger hole. It's that simple. Can you see this? Tasty. Oh my gosh, I've got pumpkin cupcakes in my teeth, and it's like heaven. Sheer heaven. Now what I'm going to do is, you can see I have not finished, so I'm just going to pop it on the counter right over here, just with the hole up, and that is done. Now here's what we need to do next. I'm going to set these aside, and you can see I'm going to actually take pictures. You can see the pictures at facebook.com/tlfamily. But here's what I need to do next. I need to invert these cupcakes. All right, we have inverted our cupcakes, and let me tell you, that was the absolute hardest thing to do in the kitchen that I think I've ever done. I don't know if it's the pan, I've only used it once before, but OMG Major Crud Muffins. So FYI, just use traditional cupcakes because that's why I created the recipe and thought I would go pretty, but it just ain't happening. So anyway, you can leave these plain or you can ice them, just as we said. The rest of the cupcakes, I think there were 12 or 14. Yeah, those will probably be used for cake pops, which this is a good recipe for cake pops, to do something different for the holidays and turn them into little pumpkins, because they don't look nearly as pretty as this. Now let me tell you, this would be something fun if you had like licorice and you could put 2 eyes here and kind of make it ghostly. You could certainly decorate it any way you want, but I just want to show you how easy it is to pipe with this. Now, I have a lot of this left and I'm not about to waste it because this is really, really good homemade icing. So what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to just wrap it like this and stick it inside another bag. That way neither one will end up in the trash right now, and I'll pop this in the fridge and I can fridge this for a couple weeks, no big deal. But I want to show you, don't those look tasty? And I want to show you, I've already been eating them. I broke this one apart. See how moist that is in there? Divine. You can see the cinnamon and the nutmeg. Oh, yum, yum, yum. So, again, find us on Facebook.com/TLFamily, Facebook.com/bagholder. Hello. And check us out. If you love the videos, please subscribe. It makes me feel good. It makes my heart sing. I promise never to do that again if you subscribe. Thanks so much. See you soon.